Now it's set to be one of the biggest nights in British boxing history. The London fighter Anthony Joshua defends his world heavyweight title at Wembley on Saturday, of course taking on the former world champion Wladimir Klitschko in front of a record 90,000 fans. Well, today he told our sports reporter Amy Lewis he's not concerned about facing one of the most experienced boxers in the business.
Anthony Joshua!
In the boxing world, he is box office, and Joshua has the biggest fight of his career this weekend in front of a record 90,000 fans at Wembley. He's taking on Wladimir Klitschko, who reigned the heavyweight division for a decade. Is this the biggest test yet for you?
Yeah, in the boxing ring for sure. But athlete's job is to go in there and make your biggest test look like something that you've done a million times over.
Klitschko is 41. That's 14 years older than Joshua. He has experience on his side. Does that concern you?
No, not necessarily, because the experience he has is going to guide him through the fight, and the experience I have is going to guide me through the fight. If we start comparing experiences, then I'm not going to be in a good position. So I just look at all the attributes I have in front of me.
He's come a long way since he was 18 and on remand at Reading Prison for a number of offences. He then took up boxing. Within 4 years, he was an Olympic champion. Since then, he's won all 18 of his professional fights. He told me getting in the ring helped him keep out of trouble.
Like boxing, as it got more serious, it was a hobby. We could train and party. Then competition got stiffer, so I had to train and party less. And then I just balanced out what was good for me, what wasn't good for me. I've been blessed with guidance. God blesses people in many different ways, and I think he blessed me with wisdom. And I just saw what I wanted to do and how to navigate my way there.
And he's made it. The fight will generate gate receipts of more than £7 million. The pay-per-view audience is expected to be a record 30 million. In total, it will make £50 million, the richest fight in British history. One person who won't be there is his mum, Yetta, because he thinks she'll be a distraction.
He's more than welcome, but I just advise her, like, you know, I don't work in an office, and, you know, I don't play golf, I fight, I go out to hurt people. So I think let her enjoy the fruits of my labour. You know, let me go to work.
That work is already bringing in massive crowds, and if he wins this weekend, he is on his way to becoming a global star. Amy Lewis, ITV News.
One sporting event is dwarfing everything else this weekend, and not just because of the size of the fighters. Everything's about Anthony Joshua's heavyweight title defence against Wladimir Klitschko. This is big, including the payday. The London fighter stands to earn more than £10 million. No wonder then he can afford to buy a car for the man who introduced him to boxing. Here's our sports reporter, Amy Lewis.
Anthony Joshua!
He is weighing in and counting down. In just over 24 hours, Anthony Joshua will be facing Wladimir Klitschko in the biggest heavyweight fight in a decade. It could make him a global icon, but he says that's not what it's all about.
It's hard because it's never been the ambition. It's never been the ambition to go on and be a star. I'm just chilling, taking it easy and focusing on my fighting rather than the attention and the celebrity status that can come with success.
His opponent is one of the greats. Klitschko has won 64 fights and was unbeaten over 11 years. But Joshua, who is 14 years younger, is already an Olympic and a world champion. Win or lose, he'll make at least £10 million from tomorrow's fight, and he's already been spending it on the man who helped get him there.
Well, we've gone outside and he's just gone, look at that. And I'm like, it's a BMW. And he's like, no, look, and he's pointed down the number plate and it's got my name on it. It's got Finchley, ABC, Sean Murphy, and I was like, no, I said, what's that? And he goes, that's for you. He said, I bought you that. And I was just like, for a minute, Josh ain't never seen me speechless. I've always got a lot to say. And I was just like, I was dumbfounded.
Why did he do that for you?
He was he was in a little bit of trouble, and when he come, I think he had a tag on when he first come to us. So he had no focus, and we give him a focus in life. He found something what he enjoyed and what he was good at.
But he was a late starter. The 27-year-old didn't take up boxing until he was 18. The 6'6" teenager made an impression, and Sean has the scars to prove it.
I'm padding him like I normally do on a session, but because he's so tall, I have to hold my hands up really high. And this night he's caught the pad, but normally you enter it in the centre. He's at the top of the pad, and he's bent my wrist back, and he's actually broken my wrist, and I've ended up having to have a bone graft. Not only has he left an impression on me, he's left a scar on me as well.
But he is making up for it. Joshua bought the club 100 skipping ropes recently and all their punch bags. To the next generation, he is an inspiration.
First of all, he's my idol. Like, I look up to him. Everything he does, I probably do in his steps. Like all them training videos and everything that he does, I try to do in my own way, to my own capabilities. I want to be like Anthony Joshua. He's humble. He doesn't expect much. Like, he does a lot of things and doesn't expect anything back.
When you come in here and he's dropping a body shot, if you're going to block them, come back quicker.
Tomorrow's fight sold out within 24 hours. Nowhere will be cheering Joshua on more than the place where he started. Amy Lewis, ITV News.
And Wembley will stage what's expected to be Britain's biggest post-war boxing fight tomorrow. Watford boy Anthony Joshua will fight Wladimir Klitschko in front of 90,000 fans. It's a far cry from the North London gym where it all began. So who was it who helped the heavyweight champ pack such a punch? Well, Chris Legg has been finding out and joins us from Barnet. Chris.
We'll meet that man in just a minute. This is Finchley Boxing Club. Sessions like this, I'm told only the very committed people come along here on a Friday night. Anthony Joshua was certainly one of them. This place set him on his way to that Olympic gold medal, to 18 professional wins, all by knockout. But now for a step up. 90,000 people will watch him take on Wladimir Klitschko. How's he going to cope with the hype? How's he going to cope with the pressure? Well, he's been coping very well this week, hasn't he? He's remained calm, unruffled. Not for him any boxing trash talk. Very humble character. This is what he said today after the weigh-in when he was asked what he thinks makes him special.
Guys like you, it's not me. There's millions of us fighting, and you guys have helped, project my dream and my goal and my hunger and ambition out to masses of people. So it's you guys that make it, and that's what I'm saying. There's so many guys, and that's why I always try to talk about the undercard. Give them a limelight as well, because there's no different. We're training just as hard, so everyone's got to eat on this journey.
Well, someone else that Anthony Joshua thinks is very special is his first coach here at Finchley, Sean Murphy, who I can just interrupt here. Sean, how do you think Anthony's going to be feeling on the eve of this huge fight?
He's going to be buzzing. I think he's going to be excited. I know he just can't wait for it to happen. And I expect, obviously he's put the hard work in, he's feeling good, and he'll be buzzing, ready for it.
Now, some of our viewers might have seen a documentary this week when Anthony surprised you by giving you your own BMW to say thank you. How did that make you feel?
Oh no, it was amazing. Listen, it was a shock. I said to him though, he didn't need to do that. I know just him winning the fight, it makes me proud, but what a gesture, you know what I mean? It's just the sort of person he is. He's generous, he's a lovely fella. He's done a lot for the gym, kitted it out with bags, skipping ropes. He always asks me, is there anything you want, is there anything you need? I never, only for the gym, and I'll tell him and he'll get it for the gym if we need anything.
Now, I'm sure you're backing your man to win, but how do you see the fight going? What round? Is it going to go the distance?
I can't see it going the distance. For one, they're both big punchers. He's got to be careful because Klitschko early on, I think, will be dangerous. But the longer the fight goes on, I think it will suit Josh better. And I can see a late stoppage, around 8 or 9. I fancy Josh to stop him tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much, Sean. I'm sure Anthony Joshua is going to have this place in his heart tomorrow, and everyone here is going to be very, very much behind him. Victoria.
I bet they will be. Chris, thank you.